Make sure that you tag your friends, you share these wonderful conversations, because we want to see many of you, many young adults in the community, in our community, doing stuff for the nations. And you never know, because it's so important. We want to see more of us in the House of Parliament. We want to see more of us championing politics. Once upon a time, I thought, I don't want to know anything about politics. But then I realized that if you don't get a knowledge, and if you don't want to know, you will be forced to know. And that will not be a good thing. So thank you, Ohima, for sharing this wisdom with us. So you were involved just recently with the MP helping. You were an electoral observer. And how tell me the process when you're going to observe when the elections is going on.
Yeah, so I had the opportunity to become a counting agent, an electoral observer, so I had to make sure that the votes that were coming in, nobody was cheating, nobody was, trying to put a vote into another party's vote.
Do they do that here?
We're human. It can happen. It can happen. At the end of the day, we're human, so mistakes are very natural. It's not to say that maybe that person intentionally cheated. Sometimes it just kind of like escapes you. It's a natural thing. And so you have to be the one to kind of put them in check and just correct them. Oh, put that in the right pile and stuff. And, when you're in such a space, such a room, you really learn about people. You learn about the way people reason, the way people think. You learn about why certain decisions are made, and that can also incite your decisions, and that can also teach you about yourself and the way the world is. It's economics, learning how people think, learning how people move, why people do the things that they do. And that can also help you know what to do in order to inspire and influence and impact the nation that you're in and beyond.
So when your MP won, because she last year, 4 years ago, was it? 4 years
About
ago,
5 years
5
ago.
years ago, it was all right. But this year was like 10,000 and over.
Yeah.
And you were part of the campaigning. So tell me what you did personally in making this happen for her.
So I was a fundraising officer, the local campaign forum lead, and a delegate for the London Labour Regional Conference. So I had a lot on my plates, but we managed. So one of my roles, a local campaign forum lead, meant that I had to be involved in campaigns. I had to give suggestions and ideas. I had to make sure that, we were campaigning in a way that would favour us and favour the MP, to make sure that, we would win, essentially. And, fundraising officer as well. I had to raise money from our community to support in, paying for a lot of the things that we need to provide, like flyers and letters and printing things here and there. The campaigning, you see, with politics, it comes down to your campaign. When you're trying to win a seat, it comes down to your campaign, how you reach out to the people, because they are the pinnacle of you winning. If you don't have anybody voting for you, how are you going to win? So it all boils down to how you campaign. And my role involved going from door to door, knocking down on every door in M4 North, posting letters, posting flyers and leaflets, talking to people, attending assembly meetings, asking questions, phone banking, making phone calls, reaching out to people in the constituency.
Wow.
You had to reach out to them in every way you could, because when you really want to win something, you're going to do anything you can to get there. As long as it's appropriate and legal and safe and harmless, you're going to need to do anything, or going to want to do anything you can to get there. So that's what my role involved, and luckily we got there in the end, and all the hard work paid off.
On that day, on the voting day, but some people were like, I was even like, why should I vote? Why should I vote? Because they're all politicians. They come, they say all these sweet words to us, and then they come in power. And so somebody would say, why should I vote? Anyway, we've all voted. We've seen that London was painted red. That's what I mean. No, that's not why I'm in red, but I love my red. I love my red. But why? What are some of the things that you told people that you should vote for this party?
Because
you met people like, why should I vote?
Of course, hundreds of people, you know, and it's very natural, very normal to get that question. You need to be prepared to answer it, because I don't blame the people, you know. Many times they get told all these sweet words by you know, people who want to become MPs, and you know, they win and then you don't hear from them again. So I totally get it. So it's a very legit question. What I'd say, and this is for me, I'll speak for myself, but I always try to not tell them something that I know I can't do, or I'm uncertain if I'd be able to do or not. I always tell them things that I know I'll be able to achieve, or have already achieved in the past. You know, I let them know that, listen, this is what we've done in the past before, and this is what we can do, you know, because of X, Y, Z. You know, sometimes you need to have evidence, you know, that what you're telling them that you're going to do, you've already done it before. Have you done it before? You know, and you need to like make your work as the testament to what you will be able to do, what you think you can do. You need to make that visible to them to see. It can't just all be sweet talk. You need to actually be able to show them that this is what I've done and this is what I can do, and this is what I'm already doing, you know, and the evidence needs to be on the plate, you know, for you to be able to get them to listen to what you have to say.
Wow. So we're yet to see, we'll be counting the next 100 days what the politicians will have to do. But what does Ohima Faye Nimo aspire to be in the UK?
This question is, I mean, the reason why this question is so tough, because I remember back when I was a kid, I used to say, I want to be this, I want to be that, and I haven't gotten there yet.
It's like, you're young, you're still young.
Yes, absolutely.
You're still young, and I believe you have taken certain things on your, some people say bucket list, or on your vision list. You have taken certain things, and I also believe that, you know, there are certain things you never thought you will be, but you were there, right? So what is the one thing that, okay, maybe you are not there yet, but you are working towards? What is that vision?
You know, I don't like to put titles on things, because I feel like I'm beyond the titles in which I aspire to reach, for example. And I think the same for everybody. I think everybody's beyond a title. I just want to be in a position where I can impact, inspire, pour value back into the people. I know that from a young age, I've done quite a number of things that I can share with fellow young people such as myself and teach them, this is what I've done, and I'm just like you. I haven't reached anywhere yet. We're in this together and we're gonna shine together. I just want my life to be an example that you can literally be bigger than yourself, be bigger than what you dream to be. You know, I feel like there's no limits to whatever it is that you want to achieve in life. As long as you dream it, you work towards it, you will get there. And you'd be surprised when you really believe. God may take you beyond even what you were dreaming of, because he sees that willingness and motivation in you. It's just a matter of putting yourself in that position. It's a matter of actually getting there, and you will get there. So we'll see what the future holds and what God has in store.
Yes, we'll see what the future holds, because I never know, maybe you might be the next MP in North Enfield. Who knows? Or the councillor, or the PM. Who knows? Because because yes, we've had three. We had Margaret Thatcher, we've had Theresa May, and then we had one
Liz
Truss. So you never know. I'm just saying, you never know. You're sitting in the chair. You never know. But Ohima, thank you so much. But before you go, I want you to give us some 5 or even more for the youth, because they are my passion now. You know, we want to see them thrive. We want to see them in leadership. We want to see them doing great things in their schools, in their universities, and in their communities and the country as a whole. Not just youth in the UK and in Europe, but also back home in Ghana and Africa. What would you like to, what are some of the fundamental values that we want to see? Oh, and also somebody just asked me regards to social media. Before we go to that, regards to social media, we see that it's causing a lot. We have the good side of social media and we have the unbelievable side of social media. What do you think of that?
I think we need to be discerning, have discernment, know what's right to consume and what's wrong to consume. It's very easy to go on social media and see a trend going around everywhere and just jump on the bandwagon because you feel like it's interesting and everyone else is doing it, but you may not know the consequences of following that trend. I mean, unfortunately, I use TikTok as an example. There's been many pranks and trends that have been going on TikTok, which have actually cost young people their lives. And it tells you the power of social media. We are what we consume and we are what we say. So what you're consuming is very essential to how you live your life, because you could be living your life based off of what you're consuming. So make sure you're always consuming positive things that, give you energy in a good way, things that lead you to a good path, things that inspire you to do good things, to make impact, to put value back into the society, because that's what life is about. It's about sharing your experiences with everyone. Don't lead yourself into a ditch because of a trend, because that's why it's a trend. It's going to come and then it will go. So it's not something to base your whole life decisions on. So always be wise and discerning with what you consume, the content you consume. Consume positive things that inspire good things in you and that inspire you to become the best you can be, the best version you can become of yourself.
Fantastic.
And for my last few words to the people, the viewers of the Nana Churchill Show, and to the young people as a whole, I would say have integrity, be honest, live a life of principle, know your values and follow that. Know who you are, know where you're coming from, because that will help you know where to go. Don't let people write your story for you. Write your story for yourself. Write your history yourself and let people catch on to that. And become the best version of yourself. There's nothing in life that you can't do if you don't put your mind to it. If you don't take the step and come forward, who else is going to do it? So that alone is motivation for you to come forward and to take that bold step, because you never know. You could be the next big thing and you might be bringing yourself down, but it's you there. So go out there, go and chase after your dreams to the point that it starts to chase after you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ohima Afenimo. Anytime I get to have a conversation with you, I take some nuggets away, and I believe that you have learned something from Ohima today. If you have to rewatch it, please rewatch this interview and share with your children. It's so important that we harness the greatness in our children and we get them to be interested in politics. I know some parents we are not interested, but you don't know, that prime minister might be sitting right in front of you, or that president, but until you do something with them, you are squashing that dream of theirs. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you tune in next week for another inspiring interview. Enjoy your week ahead. Bye-bye.